Alrighty, boys. Today I'm reacting to the ATR Pokemon Kanto Episode 1 because Dollywop, I've been following you for a bit. Alright, let's watch this.
To another video. I'm Dollywop, and today we finally started the journey. 1 year ago to this exact day is the day I finally posted a video that actually did well. Ash Teams Redone, Part 1. In that video, I did the classic Poketuber move of doing Ash's teams, only I made a golden rule. I can't use anything Ash has caught before. And since I made that series, plus the continuing videos, people have wanted me to do a full-blown rewrite of the anime. Which is...
Yeah, my rewrite, I already have it. I'll post a Google document in the description. You can read the teams and all the stuff if you want to. It really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Where we are today. Today we begin that journey. Alright, disclaimer, teams are not one-to-one to the original videos. If you watch my live streams or you've checked on my community tab, you know I've been open about this. Go check those out if you want more information on certain topics, just so I don't have to go into all
Charizard.
the specificity here. It's really just because a year has passed and I have put more thought in these things. So if you're here expecting everything from that list to be canon, well, you're in for some surprises. Which is good, it means y'all don't know what's coming next. Anyways, let's get into it. Exterior shot, Pallet Town. We zoom in and fade to see a young Gary Oak sleeping in his room.
What is this? I genuinely do not know what this is here for. I did not notice this originally.
It's all organized with his clothes and bags perfectly laid out for the next day.
I also really
we then
like
fade
the
to a young
Gary
Green
art.
sleeping in a sleeping bag, drool on her chin.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to get a stylist so I can draw Green just like this.
And her limbs sprawled out everywhere. Finally, we fade to Ash Ketchum, who's preparing everything he needs for the next day. Professor Oak is on screen pointing out the 3 starter Pokemon, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Ash is determined to be awake and ready to get his starter and start his journey. He'll be
It's Pikachu. We're just gonna skip that part.
keeping the land in orange. Not even the wild Pidgey are awake at this hour. Ash runs all the way to Professor Oak's lab, eager to be first. His face falls when he sees his childhood companions Green and Gary standing there. Gary looks annoyed as Green has a smug look on her face. Gary can't believe she camped outside the lab. Green says he's just mad about her out.
I do notice recently in your live stream people said something about the black arms. I don't think those arms are the same color as her skin. We're just gonna ignore
The
it.
box thinking. She spots Ash and waves, glad to see her good buddy Red finally made it. Gary sneers at Ash, taunting him about being late. Ash is angry and tells Gary he won't be so smug when he beats him in the league. Gary shrugs and says Ash will be lucky if he even makes it there on time. Green smacks Gary on the back of the head and tells him to stop being a jerk. The door opens, revealing a very tired Professor Oak.
Oh,
He
hi,
welcomes them
Professor.
in with a yawn. Now, back in his day, kids like to sleep in. Gary said that Oak told them that they could show up in the morning. Technically, it was now morning, so here they were. Oak mutters something about crazy children and allows them in. He brings them to the lab and asks who got there first. Green eagerly waves her hand, declaring it was her. Oak reveals 2 Pokeballs on a stand. He says that
We don't have proof that Green was there first. She could have said that and Gary could have been there first. Disrespecting the GOAT himself. This is why he got Squirtle. Although Charmander got taken by Richie. And before you say that, I already know Charmander is owned by Richie. You literally said it in the Rivals video. Just don't even try to hide it, bro.
she can choose from the grass-type Bulbasaur or the water-type Squirtle. Ash asks what about Charmander? Oak looks a bit embarrassed as he mentions that another young trainer beat them there this morning.
Richie. His name is Richie. Don't say young trainer, Professor Bum. It's Richie.
He obtained Charmander and left. The kids were slack-jawed. Who managed to beat them? Ash
Richie.
quickly does the math and goes white, realizing that he's the odd man out here. Green looks apologetic, but she still chooses Bulbasaur. It's Green, like her. Gary walks up and claims Squirtle, telling Ash he snoozes, he loses. Oak
Shut
hands
up,
both kids
Gary,
their
bro.
Pokedex and Pokeballs. Gary walked out, telling Ash better luck next time. Green
Bye,
pats
Gary.
Ash on the shoulder and declares she'll go kick Blue's ass for being a jerk and runs out as well.
Okay,
Ash-
I'm sorry, Dollywop, but I might have to cut that out of my video because I don't include cussing.
Desperately asks Oak if there's anything left for him. Oak scratches the back of his head and says he might have something. He brings out another Pokeball, declaring it to be a Pokemon he caught this morning that he found chewing on his cables. It's low level enough that Ash could use it. He brings out Pikachu. Ash says
Aw.
it's perfect and immediately picks it up in a hug. Pikachu
Cute
gets angry and
little
shocks
guy.
him. Oak explains that Pikachus are usually shy, but they can have electrifying personalities. Ash can see what he means. Ash obtains his Pokeballs and Pokedex from the professor, with Pikachu getting one last shock in at both of them. Exiting the building, still charred from the double electric blast, Ash meets his mom at the bottom of the hill. Delia hands him his forgotten bag and hat, telling him she knew he'd forget something.
Boo.
Ash thanks her, putting on both.
Boo.
Delia notices Pikachu on the ground and asks
Get
who
her
this
outta
is.
here.
Ash introduces Pikachu as his starter Pokemon. Delia finds him adorable, but questions why he's not in his Pokeball. Ash had forgotten to do that. He tries to return Pikachu, but he bounces the ball back in Ash's hands. Delia laughs, happy to see them getting along. Ash doesn't really see it that way. He decides to get going. Delia says goodbye and reminds him to remember to change his underwear.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. We're missing Gary in the car with all the girls. How could you forget a scene as important as that? I thought you knew the anime, Dollywop. How could you? Alright, let's
grabs
move on.
Pikachu and runs off, embarrassed but ready to start his journey. As he takes off, he doesn't see a strange-looking Pokemon watching him curiously from Oak's lab.
Tangela.
It waddles after him. Not too long after he leaves, Pikachu shocks him again. Ash quickly lets go as Pikachu gives him a defiant look. This isn't working. Inspecting his bag, he pulls out a pair of rubber gloves. He quickly dons them and snatches Pikachu back up. Pikachu tries to shock him, but the gloves prevent it. Ash tells
Why
Pikachu
does
that they're
Ash
partners now
just
and they have to
randomly
work
have
together.
rubber gloves?
Pikachu
That's
disagrees.
really the only
a chirp is
question
heard in
I
the distance,
had.
catching their attention. A Pidgey's in the grass pecking at the ground. Ash's eyes gleam as he...
Now, if it was up to me, this would have been Ash's second Pokemon right here. He wouldn't have caught a Pidgeotto. He would have gotten a Pidgey. I don't understand why Ash didn't, just catch Caterpie and then he caught a Pidgey, because Pidgey's far weaker than a Pidgeotto, and it always made me angry how Pidgeotto is so weak in the anime, despite being a pretty high level Pokemon for an early trainer like Ash.
Sees an opportunity. He recalls the basics he's learned from knowing Professor Oak his entire life. To catch a Pokemon, he has to battle it to weaken it first and then throw a Pokeball. He sets Pikachu
I'm...
the grass pecking at the ground. Ash's eyes gleam as he sees an opportunity. He recalls the basics he's learned from knowing Professor Oak his entire life. To catch a Pokemon, he has to battle it to
Really, bro? This guy.
weaken it first and then throw a Pokeball. He sets Pikachu down and is ready to battle, but realizes he doesn't know Pikachu's moves. Using his Pokedex, he finds out it knows Thundershock. He orders Pikachu to use Thundershock, but Pikachu hops into a tree instead. Ash pleads with Pikachu. He likes Pikachu and thinks they can be great friends. Can't they just get along? Pikachu looks away dismissively. Ash decides to try and catch Pidgey on his own. Using one of the Pokeballs, he tries to throw it, but misses, the ball hitting a tree and bouncing right back into Ash's face. The Pidgey is alerted and flies off. Pikachu laughs at Ash's misfortune, causing him to get angry. He yells at the mouse, only get told to shut up.
My
Ash
God, you
blinks.
stupid
Pikachu
rat!
can talk? He sounds like a girl. A redheaded girl comes out of the woods and says that it
hi,
was her.
Misty.
His yelling is scaring all the water-type Pokemon away. Who does he think he is? He's Ash Ketchum, future Pokemon Master. Who's she? She introduces herself as Misty. She's a water-type Pokemon Master. Ash
Bro, get the frick out of here, Misty, bro. I already did not like you in the anime. I thought you were mid when I was younger, and I still think you're mid, along with Serena, who isn't mid, just straight up doo-doo water garbage. I hate Serena, bro. I will make a video another day about how much I hate Serena as a character.
is surprised that someone his age is already a master. Misty gets slightly embarrassed and says she's not one yet, but she's close. Ash thinks she's full of it. To cover up her embarrassment, she says they should battle and he'll see. Ash agrees. He'll fight using Pikachu. Misty looks at the tree-bound Pokemon and questions if he'll even listen to him. Of course he will, Ash assures, looking hopefully at Pikachu, who scoffs. Misty brings out Staryu. She has Staryu use Water Gun on Pikachu, who simply jumps out of the way to the ground.
Wow,
she calls
what
for
a
Thundershock, but
what a
Pikachu picks at his ear
smart plan
instead.
to use
Misty
a
has Staryu
water
use Tackle,
type
which does
against
make contact
an
with
electric
Pikachu.
rat.
This enrages Pikachu, who fires off a powerful Thundershock that hits Staryu and takes it out.
Wow, what
Misty
a
and Ash
shocker.
are both shocked at the turn of events.
No pun intended.
Ash shakes it off quickly and taunts Misty, saying, "Who's the Pokemon Master now?" Misty returns Staryu and hops her buck, yelling at Ash that he didn't do anything. Pikachu did all the work on his own. Next time he won't be so lucky. Before she bikes off, leaving the two alone. Ash says Pikachu did great and extends a hand to him. He's super strong, and if he listens to Ash, they'll be able to beat anyone.
No,
especially
he won't.
That smug-faced
Not yet,
Gary.
at least.
Pikachu slaps Ash's hand away, which pisses the boy off. He insults Pikachu for his bad attitude. Pikachu fires off a Thundershock towards Ash, who falls back.
Okay. This right here, I love this. This is going to be a screenshot.
To dodge it. Unfortunately for the duo, it hit an unintended mark. The grass behind them is filled with screeches as a flock of angry Spearow appear, singed from the electrical attack. Both avoid mounting him to the ground.
Get these
Seeing
guys
this,
out
Ash
here.
stops in his tracks. The Spearow see the fallen Pokemon and attack. Pikachu is pelted with blows
Bro,
before Ash
Pikachu,
jumps in and
if you
swings
don't
his bag at the
shock
birds to
these
fight them
birds,
off. He tells
bro,
Pikachu to
they're
run and leave it to him.
trash.
It's clear that Ash isn't a match for the flock. Pikachu is touched by
Yeah, he's not a match for the flock. It's probably because he's one human being against a giant bunch of birds. But if this man can take a Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure that he can take on these Spearow.
the boy's intentions, though. Using Ash as a springboard, Pikachu leaps into the air and lets loose a powerful blast of electricity. The blast knocks out a lot of the Spearow and sends the rest running. Ash and Pikachu lay in the mud together, finally able to rest after the endurance test they were put through. Ash thanks Pikachu for saving him. He's sorry for insulting him. Pikachu looks
Thanks, you stupid rat.
a bit regretful of his own actions, and the two share a moment of camaraderie. The storm clouds begin to part and the rain stops, letting the sunlight through.
And then
The duo look up
Ho-Ho
to see a
shows
golden
up.
bird flying across the sky, a rainbow
There he
appearing behind
goes.
it. Ash tries to
I
scan
still find it funny how this is basically Johto promotion. But oh well.
it with his Pokedex, but no data is found. Ash is amazed there are still Pokemon yet to be discovered. With the storm over and the danger out of the way, the duo get up and trudge onwards to
Pokemon
Viridian
yet to
City.
discovered. Bro, in the anime they literally talk about
Entering
Ho-Ho,
the
so
city, Ash
it
has a
has
look
been
as they pass
discovered.
by an
They know it
Officer Jenny.
exists.
Officer Jenny sees how injured the two are and offers them a ride to the Pokemon Center, which they agree to.
Trash.
They
Where's
meet Nurse Joy,
Growlithe?
who wants to be mad at Ash for Pikachu's state, but seeing how roughed up he is,
Bro, what do you mean you're mad? You're the nerd. You know how many trainers come in with roughed up Pokemon from all the fighting and stuff? What did you expect to happen? Do your job. Don't question them. Just do your job. I don't know how Brock likes y'all to root.
can't chastise him too hard. She declares that Pikachu is exhausted from using too much of his electricity and needs rest. While she handles that, Ash calls his mom and updates her on his status. Ash sees the screen behind Nurse Joy's desk showing off 4 ancient stone tablets, 3 birds and 1 dog.
Allow my boy to catch Arcanine. Let my boy catch it. Zapdos, Moltres, and of course, my favorite one of all, Articuno.
Ash doesn't recognize any of them, but thinks one resembles the bird he saw. The
No,
phone
that's
begins
just
to ring at
Moltres,
Nurse Joy's
bro.
desk, and seeing as she's busy, Ash answers and is met with Professor Oak. Oak's momentarily confused but happy upon realizing Ash has made it to Viridian City. He had some doubts that Ash and Pikachu would get along, but is happy to see they made it there perfectly safe. Ash laughs a little morbidly at that statement. He and Pikachu are better than they were, at least he thinks so. Oak tells him to keep up the effort. He knows Green and Gary already passed Viridian, which makes Ash slump. At this rate, they're gonna beat him. Well, at least Pikachu and him are better. Oak wishes him luck, but his pizza just arrived, so he has to go. Nurse Joy brings
Why
out
does he
Pikachu
even
on a
have
gurney.
pizza?
He has a little battery attached to his cheeks to help him recharge. Nurse Joy hopes Ash takes better care of himself and his Pokemon. It's an important skill for a trainer to learn. The two's conversation is interrupted as smoke fills the center. The Team Rocket trio of Jesse, James, and Meow
Alrighty. Get these guys out of here.
them back on so she can transfer all the Pokemon out of there. Ash is surprised to find the backup generator is actually a group of Pikachu on a treadmill. It gets the room working and the Pokeballs begin to get transferred. The doors are blown up by Team Rocket before they can finish though. Ash doesn't know what to do, but an idea hits him.
Wait a
Gate's gone
second.
so she can transfer all the Pokemon out of there. Ash is surprised to find the backup generator is actually a group of Pikachu on a treadmill.
Is this not slavery? Is this not slavery? These poor enslaved Pikachu forced to power up this generator. Oh, these poor little guys.
It gets the room working and the Pokeballs begin to get transferred. The doors are blown up by Team Rocket before they can finish though. Ash doesn't know what to do, but an idea hits him.
Bro,
Pikachu is
get these
strong.
guys out of
He
here.
remembers how he took out Misty Staryu and that flock of Spearow in one shot. All he needed was power. He asks Nurse Joy if she can have the other Pikachu use Thundershock and hit
I never understood how a Pokemon that produces electricity needs to be charged. Like, it's understandable for like robot-like electric Pokemon, like if it's Magneton or Magnezone, but Pikachu produces it from its cheeks, so I don't understand why. You know what? I won't even question the logic.
Pikachu. Nurse Joy asks why, but Ash says it's their only shot at beating these crooks. She's hesitant, but follows through. Ash's Pikachu is overtaken by a massive blast of electricity. Team Rocket is taken off guard that Ash would have his own Pokemon attack. This twerp is insane! Rather than damaging it though, Pikachu is strengthened by the power and feels at the top of his game. Ash grins and asks Pikachu if he's ready to battle now.
Alright,
grins back and nods,
ruffle him up.
sparking with electricity. Ash orders Pikachu to use Thundershock, and Pikachu for the first time listens. A bolt of electricity strikes the Team Rocket members and sends them blasting off. Nurse Joy is surprised that Pikachu can have that much power. Ash says his Pikachu isn't your average Pikachu. He's the best there ever was. Pikachu looks proud of that.
Get that out of here.
Then cut to a blasted away Team Rocket. Jesse and James are disoriented and surprised that a Pikachu can be that strong. It was unnatural.
It was unnatural because it's the GOAT. He's the son of Arceus. He's basically the Jesus of Pokemon. He's the GOAT.
To steal it for the boss and Team Rocket. Meowth, though, is pissed. He can't believe some electric rodent beat him so easily. He wasn't the strongest Pokemon on the block, but he can't.
Nah, you're just trash, Meowth.
Can't lose to a mouse of all things. The next time they encountered Pikachu, it was in for the butt kicking of its life. And that was episode 1. Short, I know, but I wanted to test the waters and get a foothold in before trying to commit myself to a very long video.
Trash. Actually, not trash. It was a really good video, but I just question what in the world you were doing. What was that nonsense? Bro, get this guy out of here, bro.
This is really to generate interest and get us into the verse. The hard part of starting a series like this is getting into the series and actually making it.
Exactly. I almost made one before, but now I'm definitely gonna make one. Probably take a break from my channel for a while, even though I promised to make a lot of projects. But hey, you know, maybe I should make Super Survivor Island. Yeah, no, I probably should just end that series. It might not go anywhere. I don't know.
So starting episode 1 is kind of the encouragement I need to really delve into this. The next episodes will usually contain either a gym battle or a major event. I'm not trying to have Kanto be 40 parts. I don't have an exact number, but 10 would feel great. I don't think we can do it due to the details I put in here, but it's nice to dream. My ultimate goal here is to make a satisfying rewrite where it holds the spirit of the Pokemon anime while updating it and making an actual cohesive series. I don't want this to feel like Doliwops fanfiction Ash with all the cliches. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've read or watched those videos where it's just like, this is Ash, the strongest trainer in the world, or it's like Paul or Gary wearing Ash's skin, you know? Like, I want to keep the essence of Ash Ketchum. It's not going to be 1-for-1 because no one can write a 1-for-1 Ash Ketchum just because, you know, any changes I make it not Ash Ketchum. But we're going to try. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. I'm working on episode 2 as we speak and already have the script recorded, so hopefully it should come out soon.
Very soon. Very, very, very soon. Alright, that's it for the video. Alright. Done doing the